Welcome, racing fans, to Motorsports Radio. This is motorsportsradio.net, home of Motorsports Talk, and this is the Motorsports Radio Weekend Edition, show number 518, racing news and info and more available, as mentioned, motorsportsradio.net. NASCAR, IndyCar, and Formula One last weekend. NASCAR Camping World Truck Series racing last Friday. The Toyota Tundra 250 winner Kyle Busch in the 51 truck. Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series racing on Saturday night. The Gold Bowling 400 winner Martin Truex Jr. leading 104 laps, the most laps led on Saturday. Now, Eric Almirola update. It was reported on Sunday that Almirola was released from the hospital and suffered a T5 vertebra compression fracture. Didn't get any other information since Sunday. But we'll keep our eyes open on that. IndyCar Grand Prix winner. Now there's the IndyCar Grand Prix and the Indianapolis 500. There's 2 weekends at Indianapolis for IndyCar. The IndyCar Grand Prix is actually on the road course because they got a road course in the middle there. And then, of course, the big one coming up next weekend, and that's going to be on the oval. But Will Power drive the number 12 car winner on Sunday, and then, on Saturday. And then Formula One Spanish Grand Prix winner Lewis Hamilton. So the battle between Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel continues. Now, we're not doing a history of the numbers this week because we already did the 78, so we don't want to repeat the numbers. So what we did here, we got a little count here for the wins, a win count, if you will, for Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series drivers, also Xfinity trucks. But these are the race wins so far at this moment in time. For the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, we'll start with the twofers. Martin Truex Jr., Burt Keselowski, and Jimmy Johnson each have 2 wins. Kyle Larson, Joe Logano, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Ryan Newman each have 1 win. And for the Xfinity Series, Kyle Larson and Eric Jones each have 2 wins. Justin Allgaier, Joe Logano, Eric Almirola each have 1 win. Now, the only driver in the Xfinity Series who gets points is Justin Allgaier, since he declares his points in the Xfinity Series. Allgaier currently with 301 points, 7 playoff points. And now, taking a look at the Camping World Truck Series, Christopher Bell, Kaz Grala, Kyle Busch, and Chase Elliott all with 1 win. Only 4 races in the Camping World Truck Series so far. 4 races and 4 different wins. Race number 5 comes this Friday in Charlotte. Now only Christopher Bell and Kaz Grala receive points. Christopher Bell now with 187 points and 7 playoff points. Kaz Grala 132 points and 5 playoff points. But we'll break that all down right now as we take a look at the driver standings. Taking a look, we're just going to do the top 10 just to make things go a little smoother as we try to smooth line the weekend edition for everybody. Top 10 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Kyle Larson in first place. Second place, Truex Jr. Burt Keselowski is in third. Fourth place, Chase Elliott, Jamie McMurray in fifth. Martin Truex Jr. with 15 playoff points. 12 playoff points for Burt Keselowski. Kevin Harvick in sixth. Seventh is Kyle Busch. Eighth and ninth is Jimmy Johnson, Joe Logano. And then 10th place is Clint Boyer. Jimmy Johnson right now with 10 playoff points. Taking a look now at the Camping World Truck Series. Now, we didn't do Xfinity Series driver standings yet because they don't come back until next weekend. But here it is for the Camping World Truck Series top 10. Johnny Sauter in first place. Christopher Bell in second place. Third place is Matt Crafton. Fourth place, Chase Briscoe. Seventh place is Timothy Peters. Kyle Grala in sixth place. Ben Rhodes in seventh. Eighth is Grant Hinfinger. Brett Moffitt in ninth. And 10th place, it's Reagan Smith. Johnny Sauter with 3 playoff points. Christopher Bell with 7, as mentioned. And then Kyle Grala with 5. The only 3 with playoff points. Taking a look now at the manufacturers' standings. Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, Ford is in first place, Chevrolet in second, Toyota in third. Ford with 400 points, 395 for Chevrolet and 375 for Toyota. Now for the Camping World Truck Series, we have a tie for first place between Chevrolet and Toyota, both with 149 points. Ford in third place with 117. IndyCar, top 10. 1 through 5, it's Simon Pagenaud, Scott Dixon, Joseph Newgarden, Hale Castaneves, and 5th place, Will Power. And then 6th through 10th is James Hinchcliffe, Sebastian Bourdais, Ryan Hunter-Reay, Alexander Rossi 9th, and 10th place is Takuma Sato. Now, Takuma Sato 10th, Tony Kanaan in 11th, and both those drivers are currently with 97 points. And taking a look now at Formula One, Sebastian Vettel still in first place. We got to get the constructor standings. It's been a while since we did that, but we'll wait till after the Monaco Grand Prix to get into that. Sebastian Vettel in first place, Lewis Hamilton second, third is Valtteri Bottas, Kimi Räikkönen fourth, fifth place Daniel Ricciardo, Max Verstappen in 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, it's Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon, Felipe Massa, and Carlos Munoz in 10th. And Fernando Alonso has been practicing. They've been practicing all week for the Indy 500. There's live streams on YouTube. You want to go check that out. That's what I've been doing it all week. I got the Google Chromecast and then just been watching practice from Indianapolis. So it's pretty cool. So you want to go check that out. Now, we got some little bit of NASCAR news, and we're probably going to have to break down this All-Star race that's coming up. But we'll start with this one. Now, as we all know, we got 3 stages, but the biggest race of this year for NASCAR fans and the NASCAR season is coming up next week, and that's going to be the Coca-Cola 600. 600 miles, 400 laps. Well, NASCAR announces that there will be 4 stages for the Coca-Cola 400. So here it is. Each stage will be 100 laps each. So one lap 100, lap 200, lap 300, and then lap stage 4 would end at lap 400. And the new format, when the new format was announced right before the beginning of the season, NASCAR had the stages set at 115 laps each for stages 1 and 2, followed by 170 lap stage 3. Now, so 4 stages now. It's going to be 4 stages, and this is just for the Coca-Cola 600, 100 laps each. And, of course, we'll repeat this story next week, since that will be for next week. Coca-Cola 600 is scheduled for May 28th. And, in fact, all right, I got to put that to the side because I throw my notes out after I'm done. I don't want to accidentally throw anything out. NASCAR drivers have been tweeting some well wishes for the driver of the 43 car, Aric Almirola. NASCAR drivers take to Twitter to wish Aric Almirola well after that crazy wreck at Kansas. Now, and looking at some of that video, and folks that saw that race, you know, it all started with the 22 car getting into the 10. The 10 goes on fire. 22 car winds up perpendicular to the outside wall, and the 43 car comes in and clips the front of the 22. The back end of the 43 comes up and bang, back down. Well, they showed the video. The back tire actually came up and inside the back of the car, the rear, right into the rear quarter panel. There, you can actually see a piece of the inside of the car come up as that car came down. Denny Hamlin tweets, I feel bad for Aric Almirola, and what makes his injury even worse is he will feel ready to return to racing before his body will allow him to. Matthew Benedetto tweets, good to hear that Aric Almirola will fly home to meet his family, and then he continues saying, wishing you a speedy recovery. Daniel Suarez tweets, wishing fast recovery to my friend Aric Almirola. And Joe Logano tweets, great to hear Aric Almirola is heading home. Here's to a quick recovery so we can see you back on the track soon. So as mentioned, Aric Almirola suffered a compression fracture after a 3-car wreck on Saturday. So we're hoping here also motorsportsradio.net that Aric Almirola will get back soon, driving the 43 car. And I'm not a doctor, but that sounds like it's going to be a long time. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to make fun because, you know, thank goodness, you know, but yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a long recovery, man. Now, coming up this weekend, of course, now the question is, who's driving the 43 car? All right, here it is. Reagan Smith will be behind the wheel of the 43 car for this Saturday in the Saturday's Monster Energy Open at Charlotte. It's the race before the All-Star race. We're going to get to it. Entry list for the Monster. Okay, so there's a race, the Monster Energy Open, which are drivers that didn't get into the All-Star race, because to get into the All-Star race there's a bunch of criteria, and the winner of the Open gets a spot in the All-Star race. So the entry list for the Monster Energy Open is Austin Dillon, Trevor Bayne, Danica Patrick, Ty Dillon, Clint Boyer, Reed Sorensen, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Blaney, Greg Golding, Chase Elliott, Paul Menard, Matt DiBenedetto, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Landon Castle, David Reagan, Reagan Smith, AJ Allmendinger, Cody Ware, Derek Cope, Carl Long, Cole Witt, Eric Jones, Corey LaJoie, and Michael McDowell. Alright, now, the All-Star race format. Woo! Here it is. So there's going to be 4 stages, right? Stages 1 through 3 are going to be 20 laps each, and then there's a 10-lap stage 4. So 20, 20, 20, and 10, and that gives a total of 70 laps. Only 10 cars race in stage 4. The winners of the first 3 stages lock up a spot, okay? And then the remainder of the field will be determined by their average finish. So elimination will be a factor. Now the Monster Energy Open will have 3 stages. Stages 1 and 2, 20 laps, and then stage 3 will be 10. So that gives a total of 50. In the field for the Open will be drivers not already in the All-Star race will be racing in the Monster Energy Open, and as mentioned, the winner will get a spot in the All-Star race. Now there's All-Star qualifying. Qualifying will be held on Friday evening and includes the no speed limit 4-tire pit stop. Each team gets 3 timed laps. Now one of those laps includes the no speed 4-tire pit stop, and then the quickest teams who get the quickest pit stop, okay, they advance to the second round of qualifying, and that's going to set up the starting positions 1 through 5. And the winner of the All-Star race gets $1 million. Now, I went online, and okay, here it is. They said qualifying can be seen live at 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. Now, I checked the schedule, and they have the Open set for 6 o'clock. So, I don't know. It could be 7. I know the All-Star race doesn't start till 8 or something. So basically, tune in at 6 o'clock, and then you should be able to catch everything. Okay, and we got the schedule set up. I'm going to take care of that before we head out here. Some drivers are already in the All-Star race. These drivers these are drivers that have won a points race in either 2016 or 2017. Also drivers who have won a previous All-Star race and compete full-time in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Also, drivers that compete full-time in the Cup Series and have won championships. So 15 drivers fit these criteria, and as of May 17th, it's Chris Buescher, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Dale Jr., Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, Casey Kane, Matt Kenseth, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Jamie McMurray, Ryan Newman, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Martin Truex Jr., source, NASCAR.com. Now, we have the entire schedule, so we'll go over that as soon as we get as mentioned. Now, other drivers can get voted in with the Monster Energy fan vote. Now, to make it easy on everybody, we got a link. Yes, that's right. Head over to motorsportsradio.net and click the All-Star button, and that will bring you to the NASCAR page where you can go and vote. I voted for Danica Patrick, so if anybody wants to know, I had to do it. So the group of 9. On Tuesday, NASCAR announced 9 drivers for its NASCAR Next class, which is designed to showcase young rising stars. So here are the 9 drivers: Harrison Burton, Chase Cabre, Haley Deegan, Todd Gilliland, which is the son of David Gilliland, Riley Herbst, Caden Lepchevic, Ty Majeski, Chase Purdy, and Zane Smith. Source Motorsport.com's Jim Utter. The NASCAR Next NASCAR Next was incepted in 2011, and 36 drivers have moved on to one of the 3 NASCAR series. NASCAR Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer Jill Gregory says the NASCAR Next program identifies emerging talents in our sport. Drivers in this year's class